Hey, you guys are listening to episode 1 of the Absorbcast, and in this episode, I'm going to talk about the importance of video, and that if you are a business of any kind selling products or services, that you should be a content creation company or a media company within yourself as well. And why that is I think that video is one of the most important mediums of content consumption. Just bumped my mic, sorry about that. And what I mean by that is, think about, when was the last time you've gone without, or the last day you've gone without seeing video, any kind of video ad, or I say videos in general, but most videos you see on the day-to-day basis is an advertisement of some sort. And some are really good at not feeling like advertisements, but are. And how many times in your life have you either checked out a company from a video, a commercial, advertisement, whatever it is you may have seen, and how many times have you purchased a product or service from a video that you have seen through advertisement? And video is, and I'm not downplaying photography or graphics at all by any means. That content, all content does not mean only video, but I'm talking about video specifically here. And video is, I can make the argument, more powerful than a photo or graphic element, graphic advertisement. When I say that, I mean, I'm talking like a single post with some text on it. Now, some people will read, and that'll be more effective on them, depending on who your target demographic is. I mean, we can get into all that later, but it's best to use all forms of content creation. But video is going to get your point across more clearly, and is most likely going to be remembered by the person who watched said video that you've made, whether that's about your business or your product. It's real easy to scroll by a photo or a graphic, or you can read it, and then you're what I've heard the term doom scrolling, and it's easy to just doom scroll past it. Just scrolling, you might stop, read an ad, and you scroll the next thing. You probably are more likely to forget about that. Whereas video, in an advertisement perspective, as an advertisement, you're more likely going to remember a video. And I think a good example of these more recent ones, like Dollar Shave Club or is it Purple Mattress, I believe. Those are products that I've just scrolled. I use them as perfect examples because I know they're both similar genres of advertising, and I know that's not the only kind, but it is comical. They're amazing at grabbing your attention and holding. I mean, I think I watched a 10-minute advertisement. I mean, this is my world, so I'm really into that stuff and I study that stuff, but I don't believe I was the only one that actually stopped on that product and watched that video all the way through. And I watched, like I said, it was like a 10-minute video that was an ad that got me to click on the website and watch the whole video. And that will stick with me for forever, really. I will always remember the advertisement and that mattress. And that's brand awareness. Like, I am now aware of that brand. If I'm ever shopping for mattresses again, like, I'm gonna think about Purple Mattress. I'm gonna check them out. I mean, it's just in my head. And that's just one example. But video, you're more likely to get more things across and make them stick. People are more likely going to remember the information that they watched in the video because visuals alongside of, audio or whatever, along watching that, it's easier for them to remember. And I like using the internet as an example of like a highway, a really busy highway that has traffic never stops, going in all directions, everywhere. There's crazy people on them roads, but it's but imagine like all the billboards you see. Okay. And now if you're not putting, now this goes for all content in general, but if you are not putting anything out there in front of these roads, I mean, let me back up here. Let's say you got a building, and this building is your website of your product. And if you don't have a website, you need a website, and that'll be a separate episode we're going to do later, and we'll get into all that. You need a website, no matter what it is you're doing. A website is powerful. But let's say you already have a website. Okay. Now, how are people going to find that website? I mean, it's not like people just magically type in your exact URL and find your company or whatever it is you have, or your website. No one's going to find that. But, sorry, clear my throat. Let's say hypothetically you have a building and there's all these highways across the world, around the world, and you're out, I mean, the internet without, when you're, the internet is a huge place, okay? You've built this building somewhere in this world, and how are people supposed to find it? How are they supposed to get to this? You need to have some trail. You need to build a path to your building, which is your website, in some way. And you need to create content to point people in direction of where you're located in your website. So how do you lead people that way? You need to start putting billboards everywhere, just putting billboards left and right. And what's really cool about this nowadays is you could do this right now. I mean, I could say with your phone, but we can make that argument later on when is the time to invest in professional content creators or professional production teams to create content for you, and why quality matters. But we can get into that in another one. But you need to start putting stuff out there and getting people to find yourself. And self-advertising is key to any company. I mean, like, there's a reason why large percentages of movies, brands, I mean, it goes into marketing and it works for them, right? I mean, you buy things because you know about them. I'd put money. You've heard of Nike, Under Armour. I mean, these are clothing brands that are worn out. It's easy to advertise that, but I mean, you need to bring brand awareness up. And video is a great way to do that. And just creating content nonstop. And the more content you put out there, no matter what it is you sell. I mean, I can't imagine a company or a business, whether it's a product or service, that is going to not benefit massively from advertising through content online. I mean, I don't know why you would think that it wouldn't benefit you. And it is a time commitment, and it is a whole nother department that you would have to run and operate. But the advantage it gives you is significant to be able to, over the people who are not creating content about their product or service in your, whoever's in your niche, and your whatever the word is. Someone who does the same thing you do. Say you're a car detailer. That seems to be big where I'm at right now. A lot of people are car detailing around here, and you're not, especially local community, like your Facebook friends, your Instagram followers that are local, people you went to school with, people you work with in your day job. If this is a side hustle, creating that content is awareness of your brand, and just start putting it out there. So like now when I think car detailing, I know the people right now on my Facebook page, like, I know I want to get my car detailed. I'm like, well, no, I've seen video, and these are not high quality videos either. These are people who are just like filming on their phones and just posting stuff, TikToks, Instagrams, random Facebook videos. And it's powerful. It's more powerful than you think to just start putting content out there on whatever it is you do, whether it's, car detailing or a cake bake shop, whatever it may be, whether it's a service or product, no matter what it is. I can't think of one business that would not benefit from, and I keep saying video. Video is something I'm talking about specifically, but content isn't always necessarily video. But anything you put out there, video is just the easiest, or not the easiest, I shouldn't say easiest. Video is the most powerful one to use right now. And using video on any platform that you may use. And we can talk about platforms later as well. If you're interested in that, that's definitely one I want to talk about. I think people get a lot of things mixed up on when they want to start creating content for their business or company. Like, like I made a video. I've made 5 videos. Like, where do I put them? Where do I put these at for people to find them? How do I put these in front of people to find me or my business? And there's a lot of questions there we can get into. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video here and talk about like why it is so powerful, and video is so powerful, and you need to be creating videos, no matter what it is you're doing, and that it may suck. It could be fun, but like that's kind of the reality of the world we live in right now. Is you need to be a content creator, or you need content creators for your business or brand service. You need somebody. You need yourself doing it. You need a department. creating content to get out there. I believe it's almost like it's like a business bank account. It's one of the first things you do as a business. You go open a bank account. I mean, you file your taxes. And like it's part of now. Like you need your content creation side. What are you going to do about that side of it? Yeah, I think it's very important now, and it's becoming content creation is becoming a pillar in businesses and anywhere, everywhere. And I think there's some people not paying attention to that. And there's a lot of people stuck in their old mindset ways. And if you want to keep up with everyone else, or you want to stand out, I mean, you got to be creating content. And if not, you are falling behind quickly. You're falling behind if you're not creating content for your business. Well, that's all I wanted to say in this episode. Thank you for listening. I will talk to you guys in the next episode.